I escaped the hardest Minecraft prison ever. My friend built me this crazy prison and challenged me to beat it. When I spawned into the first room, I was in an unescapable bedrock box. I looked around for a bit and thought this was already a dud. But then I used F5 and realized that there was a hopper on the outside of the prison. When I looked in the hopper, I found 3 copper, an oak boat, and some twisted vines. Now all of this seemed pretty useless to me, but then I realized I could use the oak boat to escape the enclosure. Once I was out, I looked around and saw the escape, but it was too far for me to reach. When I looked down, it was just a flat bedrock box with a hopper on the bottom. So I knew my only option was to hit this vine clutch. Let's go! I hit it perfect first try and then looked around the room. All I saw was this hopper here that had the like button and subscribe button, which you should all smash. Now, these 2 items were of no help to me, so I kept looking around. And then I realized that there was a hidden button on the wall. And when I pressed it, it opened these pistons that opened up a secret tunnel into the next room. In the next room, I saw this weird contraption with a villager and a zombie. So I looked around for anything useful and I saw this pile of dirt. I dug through it and found a crafting table, which might be useful to me later. There was also a furnace with 2 iron ingots in it, but that wasn't very useful for anything because I had nothing to craft it with. Once I turned around, I realized there was a hopper that I missed with 4 bamboo in it. I was trying to think of something I could craft, but realized that the only option was sticks. I also realized that there was stuff under the furnace, but I would need it later, so I would have to break it easily to get it first. I figured out that I could smelt the iron into the last ingot I needed. Well, now I had multiple sticks, and I was looking around for something that I could craft it with, because a hoe wouldn't be much use. And then I realized that there was string all around the base, so I quickly knew what I had to do. I crafted up a fishing rod, and pulled the villager onto the dispenser with dropped an ender pearl. I found 1 more piece of iron when I was in there, and then needed to make my way out. I figured out a way through the pistons, and moved on to the next room. In the next room, all I saw was a lava pit and a chest, so I knew I had to get over to it. I considered my option and realized the only way was to do a crazy clutch. I made it safely onto the chest with a couple of hearts left, and I realized that there was an ender pearl in the chest. Now, I'd probably die if I pearled back over there, so I considered my options. I also realized that there was a hopper on the side. Using F5, I was able to see it. Now, I got 2 bamboo and a cobbled deep slate. Now, that doesn't really help me in my current predicament, so I decided to just use this dirt that I found here to bridge across. We reached the final stage of the room, and I knew I was going to have to craft something up, so I went into the next room over to get the crafting table. Once I had the crafting table, I considered my options. With all the resources I had here, I settled that I should make a trapdoor. I made a trapdoor and a lever. Now, I looked into the sky and lined up the pearl clutch. Luckily, I had a couple of blocks left to get up. And I knew exactly how I was going to get through here. I placed it in the perfect spot first try, and then escaped.